Hello, everyone. Welcome to Quant Preparation by Textbook. गुड इवनिंग ऋतिक, गुड इवनिंग सिया. कल का सेशन डिले हो गया था क्या सर? नहीं, कल सेशन नहीं था. yesterday I was on leave technically. Yesterday we didn't conduct any session on the channel. स्टार्ट करते हैं गाइस दिस सीरीज ऑफ सेशंस. बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट सीरीज है वेयर वी आर डिस्कसिंग PYQs, राइट? We are discussing PYQs and we are into CAT 2023 slot 1 PYQs. Part 1 has already been taken care of, जहां पर हम लोगों ने 8 PYQs डिस्कस करे थे for slot 1 CAT 2023 QA. Today we are targeting another 7-8 PYQs. Without wasting much of your time, let's start today's session. But before we attempt the first question, guys, we meet daily at 7 p.m. So those who are preparing for CAT 2025 and are serious aspirants, you can join me daily at 7 p.m. on the channel CAT Preparation by Textbook, जहाँ पे हम लोग CAT level की practice करते हैं from Quant, and we also take care of OMETs and we also take care of all the basic tools that you need to crack the examination like CAT. Before we proceed, like the session, it's humble request. And now the first question of the day. I have ideally numbered at question number 9 क्योंकि question number 1 to 8 has been covered in part 1, right? So ideally I have numbered at question 9. In all there are 22 questions. सर मुझे आपसे about ZAT prep बात करना है. Okay, reach me out on Telegram, आराम से बात करेंगे सिया. चलो. This question comes from profit and loss. In this question you have Geeta. And she is selling two objects A and B at the same price such that she makes a profit of 20% on object A and a loss of 10% on object B. So there are two objects A and B. Geeta is selling. On one, she is gaining a profit or loss. So on first case, she is gaining a profit of 20%. So 20% का profit. And in second case, she is having a loss of 10%, right? And the selling price of both the objects are same. Selling price दोनों का same है. Selling price of, hello Gautam, hello Sukun. Now selling price of both of the objects are same. You can assume any selling price to start with. I mean, anything works. But a better assumption would be what? 108x. सर ये कहां से आ गया 108x? देखो, in first case, I know that selling price is nothing but, cost price is nothing but selling price upon जो भी profit या loss का factor है या ना? So cost price of object A would be how much? Selling price upon 1.2, and cost price of object B would be selling price upon 0.9, considering 20% profit and 10% loss. So why not to assume selling price such a value which is divisible by both 12 and 9. 36 is LCM of 12 and 9, but let's go with 108. Anything which is multiple of both 12 and 9 will reduce my pain. So we have assumed the selling price to be 108x. Based on this, the cost price, this would be 90x and this would be 120x. Okay, cost price would be 90x and 120x. In second part of the question, it is given that she increases the selling price of object A and B and still sold at equal selling price. So she is increasing the selling price of object A and B. Okay, still the selling prices are equal and a profit of 10% is made on object B, right? Now in second case, you have A, B, you know the cost prices, which is 90x and 120x, and selling price of both of these cases are same. But in this case, in a case of object B, she is making a profit of 10%. Okay, so the selling price would be 132x. And A ka bhi selling price she is keeping same. The selling price of object A and B is still sold at an equal price. So selling price of A is also 132x. So how much is the profit over here, that is asked. A ki case mein what is the profit? This is asked. How to calculate? Sir, difference by reference into 100. It is 42 upon 90 cross 100, right? And this is close to 47%. Comes out to be 46.6 ke aspas, which is 47%. Sorted? Very good. Next question, beta. The amount of job, the question comes from time and work. Okay, I have already advised you guys, you have to attempt these questions first on your own and then you have to watch the solution. If not, I would strongly recommend attempt these questions on your own, pause karke, and then come back to watch the solution. Straight away, if you have not attempted PYQs, that is a major loss. In case you have not attempted and watching the solutions directly, it's a major loss of yours. Chalo. Now this question, क्या है इस question में छोटू? Question comes from time and work. The amount of job that Amal, Sunil and Kamal can individually, Amal, Sunil and Kamal can individually do in a day are in harmonic progression. Okay. देखो, the amount of job they can do in a day is in harmonic progression, and the amount of work done in a day is nothing but efficiency, right? The amount of work done per day is called efficiency. So efficiency is in harmonic progression. What is reciprocal of efficiency? Suppose if you can do 1 by 5 amount of work per day, so that's your efficiency. So what is reciprocal of these? Reciprocal of 1 by 5? Number of days? Number of days, yes or no? So if efficiency is in harmonic progression, number of days would be in arithmetic progression. Yes or no? Number of days would be in arithmetic progression. That is what harmonic progression is, right? That is what harmonic progression is. Harmonic progression is such a series jiska reciprocal is an arithmetic progression. So I can say work done by Kamal, number of days Amal, Sunil and Kamal individually take to finish the entire work is an arithmetic progression. So I can say Amal is taking, let's say Amal, Sunil and Kamal. Sunil is taking X days, Kamal is taking X plus A days and Amal is taking X minus A days, right? Let's say Sunil can do the work in X days, Kamal can do it in X plus A days and Amal can do it in X minus A days. Very good. Moving ahead. Kamal takes twice as much time as Amal to do the same amount of job. So Kamal takes twice as much time as Amal. So according to question, Kamal is Kamal is 2 times Amal in terms of days. Kamal takes twice as much time as Amal to do the same amount of work. Replacing it by their variables, x plus a equals 2 times x minus a, x plus a equals 2x minus 2a, x is equal to 3a, x is equal to 3a. So I can replace this x by 3a. Okay, so x is equal to 3a. अब अगर replace किया, so 3a minus a, Amal will be doing the work in 2a days, 3a days, and 3a plus a 4a days. Right? Sorted? And now we can assume the work. Based on this, we can assume the work, and the work could be, let's assume the work, and the work would be LCM of this, this and this, 12a units. Let the total work be 12a units. इनकी efficiency हम निकाल सकते हैं, efficiency of Amal, efficiency of Sunil, and efficiency of Kamal. What is the efficiency of Amal? 12 upon 2a, 6. What is efficiency of Sunil? 12 upon 3a, 4. What is efficiency of Kamal? 12 upon 4a, 3. What is the flow of the work given? What is the flow of the work given? Amal and Sunil, they work for 4 days, and Kamal works for 16 days, and the entire work is finished. So in 4 days, Amal will work 4 into 6 units, right? Very good. Plus in Sunil is working for 4 days. Okay, so 4 into 4 units, plus Kamal is working for how much days? 16 days. 16 into 3, 48. 16 into 3, and the total work is finished. Total work is 12a. Hayana, solve for this to find the value of a. 24, 24, 48, 48, 96. 96 is equal to 12a, or a is equal to 8. A is equal to 8. Right? Achha, this is 24, 24 and 16, 40, 40 and this is 88 or what? Okay, कहीं error हुआ क्या? 12 by 2, 6, 12 by 3, 4 and 12 by 4, 3, right? Amal, Kamal and who is Amal and Sunil? Amal and Sunil working for 4 days. 6 and 6, 4, 10, 40. This is 40. And this is how much? 48. 88 is equal to 12a, and a would be 88 by 12. Oofed up somewhere? Sir, works for 9 days. अच्छा, he works for 9 days. वही बोला. I mean, मैंने बस ये पढ़ा ही नहीं. Amal and Sunil is working for 4 days. Okay, he is working for 9 days. He is working for 9 days. My bad. So Amal is working for 4 days. Sunil is working for 9 days. So that is how much? 9 into 4. And then there is 16 into 3. And this is 12a. 36, 24 is 60. 108 is equal to 12a, and a की value is 9. A की value is 9. The number of days Sunil will take to finish the job. Number of days Sunil will take to finish the job is 3a. Is 3a. Right? 3a. So 3 into 9 is 27. Correct answer to this question is 27. Bolo yes sir. Was on the easier side. तुम लोगों ने झगड़ा करना शुरू किया क्या? अरे वर्चुअल फाइट, स्टे अवे फ्रॉम दिस। ना ना, बुरा काहे लगेगा। चलो आगे बढ़ जाओ। वी हैव डन दिस क्वेश्चन सम डेज बैक, जहां तक मुझे याद है मैंने ये इधर यूट्यूब पे ही किया है शायद। आई एम टीचिंग ऑन मल्टीपल प्लेटफॉर्म्स, बट एज फार एज आई कैन रिमेंबर विद इन लास्ट 2 weeks आई हैव डिस्कस्ड दिस क्वेश्चन। झगड़ा नहीं है ना, वेरी गुड। चलो now let's do this quickly again. So in an examination the average marks of 4 girls and 6 boys is 24. Okay, quickly करते हैं बेटा, help me with this. 4 girls plus 6 boys का total marks is 240. Okay, each of the girls have the same marks while each of the boys has the same marks. Very good. Each of the girls has the same marks. Let's say the same marks of each girls is G. Same marks of each girls be G, and each of the boys they have same marks. Let it be B. If the marks of any girl is at most double the marks of any boy. Okay. अच्छा, इसको हम लोग थोड़ा सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं, राइट? दिस इज 2G प्लस 3B इक्वल्स 120। इसको थोड़ा सा हम लोग सिंप्लीफाई कर सकते हैं। यस और नो? यस सर। नाउ एक क्राइटेरिया गिवन है दैट द मार्क्स ऑफ एनी गर्ल इज एट मोस्ट डबल द मार्क्स ऑफ एनी बॉय। मतलब इट इज नॉट मोर देन मार्क्स ऑफ it is not more than double the marks of any boy. So marks of girl is always less than equal to 2 times marks of a boy, and is not less than the marks of any boy. So it is always greater than marks of any boy. So always greater than equal to marks of any boy, B. So आपको कहीं ना कहीं आपको G का रेंज दे दिया है, राइट? एंड आपको G का रेंज दिया है, एंड यू हैव वन सच इक्वेशन। तो आप यहां से B का रेंज निकाल सकते हैं। हाउ? देखो, वी विल ट्राई टू कन्वर्ट दिस इनटू दिस। G है, यहां 2G है, मल्टीप्लाई दिस बाय 2G, यू विल गेट 4B greater than equal to 2G greater than equal to 2B. Okay, now let's add 3B to all the three parts. So 4B plus 3B has to be greater than equal to 2G plus 3B has to be greater than equal to 2B plus 3B. And I know that 2G plus 3B is 120. Let's replace it. This is 7B greater than equal to 5B. And from here I can say कि B is less than equal to 24. B is less than equal to 24, but B is greater than equal to 120 by 7. B is greater than equal to 120 by 7. Sorted? So B का रेंज निकल गया। वेरी गुड। अच्छा, नाउ the number of possible distinct integral values for the total marks of 2 girls and 6 boys निकालना है। So now the last part, 2 boys and 6 girls, इनका रेंज निकालना है और इंटीग्रल टर्म्स में। सर अगर इक्वेशन 2 में मल्टीप्लाई कर देंगे 2 से तो कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा, इसमें आप 2 से मल्टीप्लाई कर सकते हो, कोई इफेक्ट नहीं पड़ेगा, इसमें कर सकते हैं, यू कैन डू दैट। ओके, दिस इज द सेकेंड टेक अवे, ओके, दिस इज द फर्स्ट टेक अवे, दिस इज द सेकेंड टेक अवे। आपको इसका रेंज निकालना है, आपको क्या करना है, इसका रेंज निकालना है। अगेन इसको थोड़ा सा सिंप्लीफाई करते हैं। फर्स्ट इस 2B प्लस 6G का वैल्यू निकालना है। आई हैव 2G प्लस 3B, सो लेट्स यूज दैट। अच्छा, उल्टा लिखा गया मैंने, 2 गर्ल्स एंड 6 बॉयज। ओके, आई एम गोफिंग अ लॉट। सो दिस इज 2 गर्ल्स प्लस 3 बॉयज and I know that this is 120, सो कहीं ना कहीं मुझे 120 प्लस 3b का रेंज निकालना है, 120 प्लस 3b का रेंज निकालना है, एंड दिस रेंज कंप्लीटली डिपेंड्स ऑन b. इसका मैक्स वैल्यू क्या होगा व्हेन b इज मैक्स? इसका मिनिमम वैल्यू क्या होगा व्हेन b इज मिनिमम? एंड व्हाट इज द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू ऑफ b? 24. So the maximum marks would be 120 plus 3 into 24. 190 would be the maximum marks, maximum possible marks. Minimum possible marks, B minimum रखना होगा, and B minimum is 120 by 7. So 120 plus 3 into 120 by 7. 120 plus 360 by 7. How much is this? 120 plus 360 by 7. Take the help of calculator. In actual examination, you have the access of the virtual calculator. 360 divided by 7 plus 120. This is 171.42. This is very much close to 171.42. So the marks lies from 171.42 से लेके 192 तक, but we are only interested in the integral solutions. So 172 will be counted up to 192. So 172 से लेके 192 तक, and both included. The number of integral solutions is 21. Answer to this question was option B. Answer to this question was option B. हाँ जी, sorted है. Very easy. I mean, इसमें काफी बच्चे confused हो गए थे. I mean, but it is technically easy. It's not difficult. Okay. आपको कुछ अलग क्वेश्चन करने की भी जरूरत नहीं है. इसी क्वेश्चन को 2-4 बार अटेम्प्ट करो. Get through the root of this question. This will help you in attempting other questions as well. Very good. Let's move to the next question. Arvind hai. Now Arvind, what Arvind is doing? Arvind travels from town A to town B and Surbhi from town B to town A. So this is town A, say town B. There are two towns, A and town B. Arvind is traveling from A to B. Arvind is traveling from A to B and Surbhi is traveling from B to A. Surbhi is traveling from B to A. Okay. Arvind का speed given है. Arvind is traveling at the speed of 54 km per hour. Arvind is traveling at the speed of 54 km per hour. Surbhi ka speed is not mentioned. Surbhi ka speed is not given. After meeting each other, there would be some point here. Let's say point C, where Arvind and Surbhi meet. Arvind going towards B at the speed of 54 km per hour meets Surbhi, and they are just good friends. Surbhi moving towards A with the speed of some speed. Okay. Arvind takes 6 hours to reach town B. So Arvind takes 6 hours. Now time taken by Arvind here to cover this distance CB, time taken by Arvind to cover the distance CB is 6 hours. Okay, and time taken by Surbhi to reach to town A after their meet is 24 hours. Surbhi is covering the distance CA in time taken by Surbhi is 24 hours. Okay, and we know that after their meeting point, the relationship between speed and time, I can write speed of Arvind upon speed of Surbhi is square root of time taken by Surbhi upon time taken by Arvind. Straightforward. We can use this. I have speed of Arvind. I have time taken by Surbhi to cover the distance after meeting point. Same with Arvind also. Let's put the values. Speed of Arvind is 54 upon speed of Surbhi. Time taken by Surbhi is 24. Time taken by Arvind is 6. So how much is this? Speed of Surbhi is 54 by 2, 27. Speed of Surbhi is 27 kilometers per hour. Now we have found out that the speed of Surbhi is 27 kilometer per hour. But what is asked? The distance between town A and B. So distance between town A and B, distance between AB is AB plus BC. I can calculate AB is AC plus CB, right? Sorry, AC plus CB. Now this AC can be calculated. Surbhi is taking 24 hours running at the speed of 27 km per hour. Right. Surbhi is taking 24 hours running at the speed of 27 km per hour. So AC is 24 into 27 plus this distance CB. Arvind is running at 54 ka speed is taking 6 hours. 54 into 6. 54 into 6. Do the needful beta. So that is 27 into 36. Okay, so this is the answer. 108 minus 108, 972. 972 kilometers is the answer to this question. 972 kilometers was the answer to this question. Bolo hanji. Bolo hanji. Clear hai? Do like the session, guys. Okay, moving ahead. Again, ये question भी हमने करा है like within 2 weeks on our regular session, maybe some part of any series. There is a mixture P which is formed by removing certain coffee from a coffee jar and replacing the same amount of cocoa powder. Okay. So this question is something like this. Initially, देखो इसमें coffee plus cocoa. Let's say 100 was coffee and 0 was cocoa, right? You took out some amount, let's say X% आपने निकाला. हाँ, वैसे भी कर सकते हैं ऋतिक, यार बिल्कुल वर्क्स. आपने टाइम निकाल लिया अल्टीमेटली फिर, लेकिन आपको सुरभि की स्पीड तो चाहिए ना, सुरभि की स्पीड तो चाहिए. अभी यू टुक X% आउट एंड पुट X% कोकोआ इन, राइट. इसमें से आपने X% कॉफी निकाल लिया एंड उतना कोकोआ डाल दिया, राइट. तो एक मिक्सचर बन गया, लाइक कॉफी और कोकोआ का, कॉफी और कोकोआ का एक मिक्सचर बन गया. यू डोंट नो कितना कॉफी है कितना कोकोआ है, बट यू रिपीटेड द प्रोसेस. आप एंड दिस मिक्सचर इज कॉल्ड पी. आपने पी में से ना वापस X% मिक्सचर निकाला एंड उसमें कोकोआ डाल दिया X%, जितना निकाला. यू टुक आउट द मिक्सचर, यहां से आपने केवल कॉफी निकाला बिकॉज ओनली कॉफी वाज प्रेजेंट, एंड कोकोआ डाला. हियर यू हैव कॉफी एंड कोकोआ बोथ, सो यू टुक आउट द X% मिक्सचर एंड रिप्लेस्ड इट विथ कोकोआ. सो कहीं ना कहीं कॉफी का कंसंट्रेशन कम होता जा रहा है. यू डिड दैट अगेन, वापस सेम चीज रिपीट करी, कॉफी प्लस कोकोआ, राइट. मैंने कराया है ये. और यहां पर रेशियो गिवन है, और दिस इज मिक्सचर क्यू. द रेशियो इज गिवन फॉर कॉफी एंड कोकोआ 16:9. One thing you need to keep in mind that overall quantity here was 100. The total quantity is not changing. The total quantity here was also 100. Here it will also be 100. So 100 in the ratio 16:9, 64 units would be the coffee and 36 units would be the cocoa. 64 units will be the coffee and 36 units will be the cocoa. Okay. अच्छा, तुमने फिर 6 आवर्स और 26 आवर्स 12 आवर्स पे ले लिया. आई मीन ठीक है, जो भी आया, मतलब पहला जो आया होगा स्क्वायर रूट ऑफ T1 T2 प्लस 6 आवर्स मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 54. हाँ, वेरी गुड. गाइस आर गुड गाइस यार. अब देखो हम लोग रिमूवल एंड रिप्लेसमेंट का फॉर्मूला लगाएंगे कॉफी के ऊपर. सो आई कैन से दैट amount left which is 64 is equal to 100 minus 1 upon x by 100 square. है ना? We are applying the removal and replacement formula which is also called dilution formula on the coffee. On the coffee. Coffee का amount left is 64. You started with 100. 64 is equal to 100, ब्रैकेट में 1 minus x by 100 square. Sorted. Solve for x, इसको x के लिए solve किया, you will get 4 by 5, 1 by 5, 5 से 100 गया 20 times में, x would be 20%. x would be 20%. बोलो yes sir. So every time you are taking 20% out, so first case में when you are taking 20% out, so coffee is taken out, so 80 is coffee and 20 is cocoa in mixture P. Yes or no? I am taking out x% every time. So first it was initially coffee, the entire solution was coffee. If you take out 20% of it, 80 units of coffee will be left and remaining जो है वो cocoa. And then again you take out 20%, so 80 का 20% निकल गया 64 and that is replaced by the cocoa. Got it? What is asked? आपसे पूछा क्या था यहाँ पर? The ratio of cocoa in mixture P to that of Q. So mixture P में cocoa is 20, mixture Q में cocoa is 36. The answer is 20 upon 36. 20 upon 36, 5 by 9. Correct answer to this was 5 by 9. Sorted? Ritik, देखो मतलब you are maybe you are solving the wrong resource because there is no end of difficulty level in any topic, right? You need to understand कि किस level तक एग्जाम में आता है. मिक्सचर एंड एलिगेशंस का जो भी क्वेश्चन आ रहा है एग्जाम में is of this level only. None of the questions from mixtures and allegations are of different level और इससे ऊपर के level का है. This is what they are asking very frequently. Okay, self doubt में मत रहो and there is no end to number of questions you can solve and you can always find a difficult question. You give me the topic you are comfortable with. I'll give you a question and I could challenge that there is 90% chances that you won't be able to solve it. Don't judge your prep. Move ahead. You are aware of the concepts now. Move ahead. Move ahead. जो होगा होगा. Stay confident. This is what they are asking in the exam. और हम लोग क्या solve करते हैं? Generally, what do we solve? We solve, I mean, there is a 13-letter word with 5 different repetitions. How many possibilities are there? कि we have distinct alphabets, integers. सर मेरा सिलेबस कवर नहीं हुआ इसलिए मैंने वी मस्ट टॉपिक इन क्वांट से स्टार्ट किया. तो अरिथमेटिक एंड अलजेब्रा, राइट? चलो, द नंबर ऑफ ऑल नेचुरल नंबर्स अप टू 1000 with non-repeating digits is what? Up to 1000 non-repeating digits. Okay. तो देखो, 0 से 1000, फॉरगेट 1000, 0 से 119, 0 से 999 तक देखेंगे, because 1000 is the only 4-digit number on we 1000 is the only 4-digit number which cannot be part of the answer, right? क्योंकि उसमें रिपीटेशन है. So 0 से 999 तक we will look for all those natural numbers where there is no repetition. So it would be a single digit number. 3 cases बनेंगे, single digit number, double digit number and 3-digit number, right? There are 3 cases to deal with. Now if it is a single digit number, you have 9 options, 1 to 9. 0, you cannot take 0 here. You have 9 options. You are looking for natural numbers, and what is a natural number? Numbers starting from 1. 0 is not a natural number. Okay, if you move towards the 2-digit number, all possible 2-digit numbers, तो 10th place के लिए you have 9 options, right? आप 0 नहीं ले सकते. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You cannot put 0 at the first place. तो 0 को छोड़ के there are 9 digits left. You can put any 9. So first place के लिए you have 9 options. Let's say आपने 5 ले लिया. अब second place के लिए all of these options are open. Again you have 9 options, right? Now 0 can be placed at second position. So second position के लिए also you have 9 options. So in all there are 9 into 9, 81 options, 81 2-digit numbers wherein you don't have any repetition. Okay, 81 2-digit number and 9 1-digit number. Let's go with the 3-digit number. Again, going by the same logic, for hundreds place you have 9 options. You cannot put 0 over here. 0 छोड़ के you can put anything, but 0 is an option for second position, right? So you have 9 options here, and इसके लिए you have 8 options, right? यहाँ पे 2 हो चुके हैं, excluding those two, 8 options. Okay, how much is this? 9 into 9 into 8, 81 into 8. 81 into 8 कितना हो जाएगा? 648. 648 from here. So total numbers would be addition of 9 plus 81 plus 648. So 648 plus 90 is 738. The final answer is 738. Pretty easy question. 738. Option D was the right answer to this question. Okay. चलो guys. अच्छा देखो, this slot had 22 questions, right? First session में हमने 8 कर लिए, and this is the 7th question of this session, so 15 हो गए. We will stop with this question. Last session में we will solve 7. Last session में we will solve 7, and slot 1 will be taken care of. Slot 1 will be taken care of. Okay. Brishti went on an 8-hour trip in a car. Very good. Everyone should go on a trip if you are having a car. If not, go on a bike. If not, walk. सर 3 digit वाला पहले निकाले तो 648 से ऊपर एक ही ऑप्शन था. Was that the case? Okay, हाँ. Options easily eliminated, right? Huh? Very good. So what I was saying, you should go on a trip on a car. If you don't have a car, go on a bike. If you don't have a bike, go on a scooter. Not a scooter, go on a cycle. Not a cycle, walk. No effect on environment. Right. Ajo. Prishti went on an 8-hour trip. Before the trip, the car had traveled a total of X kilometers. So car has traveled a total of x kilometers, right? Where x is a whole number and is palindromic. You know what is palindrome, right? जैसे 1 2 1 is a palindrome. Palindrome क्या होता है? उल्टा सीधा एक समान, right? So palindrome. This x is a palindrome. This x is a palindrome. Okay. Also, x is the whole number and is palindromic. X remains unchanged when it's palindrome define किया उन्होंने. At the end of the trip, at the end of 8-hour trip, after 8 hours, the reading is 26862. 26862. The number again is a palindrome. If Brishti never drove with a speed more than 110 km per hour, so what is the greatest possible average speed at which she drove? So Brishti never drove with a speed more than 110 km per hour. What is the maximum average speed of Brishti? अब देखो बेटा, आप इसको सीधा सीधा भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, राइट? इसको बाई ऑप्शंस भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं, इसको बाई ऑप्शंस भी सॉल्व कर सकते हैं. बाई ऑप्शंस ज्यादा इजी है, पहले बाई ऑप्शंस देख लेते हैं. ओके, इफ आई से ए इज द आंसर, ओके, इफ आई से ए इज द आंसर, तो टोटल डिस्टेंस कवर्ड बाय बृष्टि वुड बी 8 into 90, 720. इसमें से 720 माइनस करो, 26862 minus 720. This is 14262. This is not a palindrome, but we know that x is a palindrome. So A आंसर नहीं हो सकता है. आप देखोगे 100 पुट किया तो फिर पैलिंड्रोम हो जाता है, एंड 80 and 110 से वापस पैलिंड्रोम नहीं होता है. सो बी वाज द राइट आंसर. अगर आप ऑप्शन से गए, सर प्लीज एक्सप्लेन क्वेश्चन अगेन, स्टक हो गया था. ओके चलो, आई विल डू इट ओनली बिकॉज यू गाइज आर serious candidates, I mean, putting efforts. Question says that Brishti went on an 8-hour trip in a car. कार उसने किसी से लिया उधार. Before the trip, the car had the reading of x kilometer per hour, which was a palindrome. कार का रीडिंग था x and that number was a palindrome. And after the 8-hour trip, the reading was 26862. Again, it is a palindrome. 8 घंटे के बाद the reading is 26862. Again, it is a palindrome. And throughout the trip, she never drove with a speed more than 110 km per hour. Okay, उसका जो maximum speed था could be 110 km per hour. It cannot be more than 110 km per hour. So the greatest possible average speed of the trip was what? ये निकाला है, ये पूछना है, ये पूछा है. The speed is never more than 110 km per hour. Then what could be the maximum possible speed so that 8 घंटे के बाद भी एक पैलिंड्रोम रहे, इनिशियली भी एक पैलिंड्रोम, 8 घंटे के बाद भी एक पैलिंड्रोम. ओके, अब इसको बाई ऑप्शंस अगर करने गए, बाई ऑप्शंस, इफ यू से ए इज द आंसर, अगर ए आंसर है, इफ यू से दैट द एवरेज स्पीड ऑफ द ट्रिप वाज 90 km per hour, तो ट्रिप में डिस्टेंस कितना कवर किया होगा बेटा? 8 into 90. We are checking it by options. Okay, हम ऑप्शन ए को वेरीफाई कर रहे हैं. ऑप्शन ए सेज कि द डिस्टेंस कवर्ड इज 8 into 90, 720. तो अगर 720 इसमें से माइनस करेंगे तो वी हैव टू सी इफ दिस इज अ पैलिंड्रोम. इसमें से 720 माइनस करने पे यू गेट 26142, which definitely is not a palindrome. So x cannot take this value. So the speed cannot be 90. The speed cannot be 90. Okay. Similarly, आप ऑप्शन बाई ऑप्शन चेक करो. अभी आप सेकेंड ऑप्शन चेक करोगे तो what does it gives? It gives कि if the average speed was 100, the distance covered would be 8 into 100, 800. एंड इसमें से 800 माइनस किया तो यू विल गेट 26062 विच इज द पैलिंड्रोम। ये एक पैलिंड्रोम है, सो x कैन टेक दिस वैल्यू, सो दिस कुड बी द आंसर। ओके, 80 एंड 110 अगेन विल नॉट सेटिस्फाई, आपको 80 चेक करने की जरूरत नहीं है बिकॉज हाईएस्ट बोला था ना। 110x चेक कर लेना, बट 110 इज ऑल्सो नॉट सेटिस्फाइंग द क्राइटेरिया। बट इसको अगर आपको करना हो तो लेट्स से आपको इसको मेथड से करना था, तो हाउ कुड यू हैव डन दिस? मेथड से भी कर लेते हैं, आ जाओ। देखो देखो, let's solve this by method also. I know that this x is also a palindrome. X is also a palindrome and x is a 5-digit number. It has to be a 5-digit number because this is 5-digit number. X has to be a 5-digit number. Okay. जो मैक्सिमम स्पीड था ट्रिप का could have been 110 किलोमीटर पर आवर, इससे ज्यादा स्पीड नहीं हो सकती थी। So the maximum distance would have the maximum distance that could have been covered is 110 into 80. Sorry, 110 into 8. So maximum distance that could have been covered is, maximum distance of trip is 8 into 110, 880. Bolo yes sir. And now if that is the case, if this is the maximum possible distance, तो ये रीडिंग मिनिमम कितना हो सकता है? इसमें से 880 माइनस कर दो, 26862 में से 26862 minus 880, you'll get 2 over here, you'll get 8 over here, you'll get 9 over here, and you'll get 5 over here. So x has to be greater than this. X has to be greater than equal to 25982. ओके, ये तो पक्की बात है। हाँ, क्वेश्चन का लैंग्वेज है केवल डिफिकल्ट। x हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन 25982, सो एट एनी कॉस्ट वी नो कि यहां पर 2 आएगा ही आएगा, राइट? एंड x इज अ पैलिंड्रोम, तो यहां भी 2 आएगा। ओके, वेरी गुड। अच्छा, सेकेंड प्लेस पे क्या हो सकता है सर? सेकेंड प्लेस पे या तो 5 होगा या तो 6 होगा, राइट? x इज ग्रेटर देन 25982, तो या तो इधर 5 होगा या तो 6 होगा। इफ आई पुट 5 ओवर हियर, तो यहां भी 5 होना पड़ेगा। ओके, द मैक्सिमम वैल्यू एट द मिडिल पॉइंट वुड बी 9। x कैन नॉट टेक दिस वैल्यू, x हैज टू बी ग्रेटर देन 25982, सो x कैन नॉट बी 25952। दिस वैल्यू इज स्मॉलर देन दिस वैल्यू, राइट? ये वाली वैल्यू जो है इसको कॉन्ट्राडिक्ट कर रही है। सो सेकेंड प्लेस पे यू कैन नॉट पुट 5 एज वेल। सेकेंड पे यू कैन नॉट पुट 5, सेकेंड पे आपको 6 ही पुट करना पड़ेगा। सो यहां पर भी 6 ही है बिकॉज इट इज अ पैलिंड्रोम। अब देखो 2662, आई मीन ये सेम है, ओनली दिस प्लेस इज चेंजिंग, ओनली हंड्रेड्स प्लेस इज चेंजिंग, ओनली हंड्रेड्स प्लेस इज चेंजिंग। आपके पास बस इसकी फ्लेक्सिबिलिटी है। आई मीन दिस इज 22, दिस इज 66, only hundreds place is changing, and that can happen only if the speed is multiple of 100 or the 100 itself, because the range is 110, so speed has to be 100. You only have flexibility of this being changing, right? तो अगर आप मेथड से करने जाते तो भी इजी था, राइट? मेथड से करने जाते तो भी इजी था। hence good evening PK, correct answer to this was 100. Sorted? चलो guys, we'll meet tomorrow in the last and the final session. कल कुछ और अच्छे questions है in slot 1 CAT 2023 QA. Till then, have a great day ahead. If you are not part of my official Telegram channel, scan this QR code, be a part of it. If you want to connect with me for any of the reasons, you can connect with me by this official Telegram channel. Okay? रात वाला यार, आपने इजी बना दिया सर। नहीं, इजी क्वेश्चन है बेटा, मैं इजी नहीं बनाता हूँ। इट्स इजी, इट इज इजी। मुझे रात का ट्रिप पसंद है। मैं आई टेक क्लासेस टिल 11:30 12 एंड वीक में 3 से 4 दिन आई go out on a bike trip. I mean, trip क्या, रात में आई गो आउट ऑन अ बाइक, ड्राइव फॉर लाइक 1.5 hour 1 hour, कहीं आई हैव प्लेसेस टू सेट। नहीं बस कल नहीं था, कल नहीं था, ठीक है, नहीं तो रहता है, ठीक है। कल नहीं था, कल इसलिए नहीं था बिकॉज आई टुक क्लास ऑन इंडिपेंडेंस डे। इंडिपेंडेंस डे वाज अ हॉलीडे टेक्निकली, बट दैट डे आई टुक द क्लास, इसके लिए कल आई टुक ऑफ। क्या बिकॉज रात में यार I start from Pimple Saudagar, you are not aware of the area. I have some place to sit in Pimple Saudagar also, I have some place to sit in Wakad, then I go to Ond, chakkar marte marte, kabhi Swargate, station, airport. Okay, I do that. Chalo, have a great day ahead guys. Signing off from the session. Let's meet tomorrow. जाने के पहले do like the session. चलो बेटा।